What up YouTube, this is Mike, aka DJAXCESS, aka Jedi Mike, and what started as a 2-day studio rework ended up being a 2-month super project, but I'm excited today to show you my DJ, gaming, and streaming setup for 2021. Amazon affiliate links to everything I talk about will be in the description below, and make sure you watch to the end because I'm going to tell you how to be featured on our new, dope DJ studio series coming up soon. Alright, enough talking, let me show you around. First, we're going to talk about furniture, and these are the reason that we actually created the studio in the first place, the standing desk. I suffer from back pain like a lot of other people my age, and I do yoga, I work out, and do a lot of other things to fix my back, but apparently sitting is one of the worst things that you can do. So I decided to go for the motorized standing desk so I could go back and forth. I would absolutely recommend these. Health experts recommend that you switch between standing and sitting every 20 minutes, and while I don't do that, I am able to switch positions once my posture starts to slip. The customer service was top notch. I had a tiny crack in it and they sent me a new one, let me keep the old one, and gave me a $50 credit, and that is how you keep a customer and get me to recommend you. Setup was easy at around 30 minutes per desk. The motor is smooth and relatively quiet, and the Modesty panels were my favorite of my cable management solutions. I did have to mount them with hooks though, and that was not a big deal. The next piece of furniture is the Secret Lab Omega gaming chair. Definitely pleasing aesthetically and well built, but I don't think it's doing too much for my back, hence why I went with the standing desk option. I had gotten the Omega gaming chair first. I do like how adjustable everything is, especially the armrests, and while I don't dislike it, I don't recommend it either. Most likely there are better value options. And the thing that powers it all is the PC. I got this back in October when all of the new AMD and Nvidia stuff was coming out. I did design the PC, but I did not build it, so send any questions about that to I Am Chang Song, who's a beast in the tech game, and I understand what everything does and how it all works, but putting it together doesn't really interest me like it does a lot of other people. The PC runs all of my gaming and VR titles flawlessly, even while streaming at 720p. With the exception of Call of Duty, ever since Season 2 of Black Ops, it crashes at least once a session. It's unclear where to put the blame for that. The PC is a Lian Li Mesh 2 case, an X570 Aorus Pro Wi-Fi motherboard, AMD Radeon RX 6800 GPU, AMD Ryzen 7 5800X CPU, 32 gigabytes of G-Skill RAM, a Death Star light, cause Star Wars, and the Lian Li Unifans. My main gaming monitor is the Acer XV272U 27-inch 1440p 170Hz monitor. Amazon says this is 144Hz, but the monitor says 170Hz, and I am able to get that. I got it from Micro Center, so I don't know if that's like a change between what the one Micro Center sells and the one Amazon sells, and there is a V in the actual title of the product, so XV272UV is the one that's on the back of my monitor, so I'm not sure what that's about, but it's either 170Hz or 144Hz. On my PC it says it's 170. I picked it because it was rated best value in the entry gaming class. My eyes are terrible and I'm not that picky when it comes to my graphics, but this monitor has been great for me. Monitor 2, we stuck with Acer and went with the KG271U 27-inch 1440p 75Hz monitor. I tried a bunch of other smaller and lower resolution monitors, but for 4-window multitasking, Spotify, Discord, chat, and Streamlabs, this monitor was the best value that I found. I got Wallpaper Engine running my favorite Starship and 2 of my favorite Force users. For the peripherals, on the UTech Smart Large RGB Gaming Mousepad, I have the Corsair K63 keyboard. That's only in red, it's not RGB. For the mouse, I have the UTech Smart Venus Pro RGB wireless MMO gaming mouse. I just love how many buttons I have for my thumbs. I'm coming from Star Wars The Old Republic, where you need that. It is an MMO game, but I use it for Call of Duty and all of my other titles as well. It's super customizable, and you know, I'm not a super competitive gamer, but this mouse works for me, and it really wasn't that expensive, so I do recommend it, especially if you like the MMO mice. The headset is the Corsair Virtuoso RGB wireless. People say it has the best wireless mic without spending $300 for the Astro A50s, but I do feel it being a little tight on my ears after longer gaming sessions. Anything under 2 hours though, and I really like them. I do recommend them, but there are higher quality and better value options. They do require some tuning and IQ for music to sound good, and gaming quality is great. Next is my joystick, the Gladiator NXT flight stick. I play Squadrons and highly recommend this flight stick. Sadly, I don't think DJs and gamers are mature enough for me to do a full review on any product with the word stick in it, but yeah, I do recommend it. If you want to go cheaper, get the Thrustmaster 1. If you want a throttle and stick combo, you can get the X52, but I don't necessarily recommend it. For the throttle, I am using the Logitech X52 throttle. The throttle's better than the flight stick and the best I've used, but I'm hoping that Gladiator makes a throttle here soon. For my VR headset, I'm using the Oculus Quest 2. I'm really excited for the future of VR and have been playing since the Quest 1 came out. This is an incredible value to the point where it's almost suspicious. I play Squadrons on it with my throttle and stick, and it is awesome. Vader Immortal 3 Dojo is fun as well and a great workout. I've tried a few of the boxing games and Beat Saber, but I spend 99% of my time on the Star Wars titles. For my computer speakers, I'm using the, not sure how to pronounce that, the Klipsch computer speakers. These are the sleeper pick of the studio. They sound incredible for the price, and this is a top 3 best value pick for the entire space. Clear sound, clean adjustable bass. You can feel the music, but it's not going to rattle your house, and it's just awesome. Highly recommended, and when you see the price, you're going to be like, whoa. For my webcam, I'm using the Razer Kaio. Probably better off with the Logitech C920 and, you know, a bigger light or even 2 lights. It's convenient and a solid webcam, but I feel like there's better value options out there. If space is a concern for you, definitely try this one out because it does contain a decent light as well as a pretty solid webcam. For my streaming mic, I use the Samson Q2U microphone. I would say this is another top 3 value item in the studio. You get that podcast pro style sound, a tripod, XLR, and USB output for $60-ish, which is great value. And there's definitely better sounding mics. For instance, this one, the pod mic that I'm using now, but I don't think there's a better value. $60 for, you know, something that's super versatile and sounds good is pretty awesome. Moving over to the DJ side, almost everything's sitting on the XXL RGB desk pad from SteelSeries. This was by far the most ridiculous purchase of the build. I blame random Frank P. I was watching a lot of his videos for inspiration, and he loves the RGB stuff. This table didn't have anything lighting up, so I had to find this monstrosity of a desk pad, and I love and hate this thing. Sitting on that desk pad are my babies, the Rain 72 and Rain 12s. I've already done 2 reviews of these. I have 2 sets of them, and if you've been on this channel a while, you know that I think this is the best DJ setup ever released. Vinyl control with MIDI reliability, customizable with the 12-inch skins vinyl featuring the X-Wings again and Ahsoka Tano's lightsabers. If you are a battle or performance DJ, I like these better than the Pioneer equivalent mixers and the 50-year-old now Technics, still don't know. Moving over on top, we got the Machine Plus. Not a great value, but a long-awaited upgrade from my Machina MK3. I now have Machina in my arsenal without bringing a second laptop. I loved the MPC Live 2, and I miss its battery and speakers so much. If I wasn't so invested in Machina's workflow, I definitely would have kept it. Native Instruments is always great, so if you have the money and are already in their ecosystem, I do recommend the Machina Plus for you. On the other side, we have the 2015 MacBook Pro Retina. This is possibly the best DJ laptop ever made. I'm keeping an eye on a new Windows laptop that Mojax was talking about. I think it's only available in the UK, but that laptop aside, in 2021, it's still the best DJ laptop, as any MacBook past 2015 doesn't do well in warm or cold weather, and DJs love their pool parties and outdoor events. This thing is a tank and still solid in 2021 as a DJ laptop. Over on the side here, we have the desk mic boom arms from Toner. I have two of them, one with my pod mic and the other one with the Samson Q2U. Okay value, works well, but I'm not super impressed with the build quality. I'm expecting to have to replace them at some point, but they are doing the job so far, and I've had them since October. Next up is the Elgato Stream Deck. It's not the greatest value because you can do pretty much everything that it does on your phone, but after having used it, I can't go back. A lot of streamers love this thing just because it's so easy. I have it programmed for my audio devices, Spotify, Streamlabs, and I know I can do so much more, but that's what works for me. For DJing and monitoring my streams, I have the Audio-Technica ATH50Xs. I've had these things forever. They're tanks, you know, they're probably fraying a little bit. I got them on right now, and they still sound good. Very flat, good studio headset, and I mean, like I said, I've had them forever, so they're great value. Everything on the DJ side is running through the Rode Podcaster Pro. I tried so hard not to buy this thing, but it really had everything I needed. It has built-in channel effects, so I can tune my mic and DJ audio separately, and I don't have to touch the signal once it gets to Streamlabs. It is well built, looks great, and does its job, but it was so expensive. I call it a necessary evil, but it is quite good. What you're hearing now is the Rode Pod mic, better sounding than my Q2U, but not as versatile and slightly more expensive. Great value, but still more expensive than the Q2U. It is XLR output only, and there's no onboard on and off control. Looking at the DJ setup, I have two Logitech Brio 4K webcams. Again, not great value, but it was the only high resolution. Not great value, but it was the only high resolution. This is so hard to say. Not great value, but it was the only high resolution solution that didn't require me to run a USB and some kind of power cable. These were long throws to my PC, so I didn't want to add any more cables to the setup. I don't recommend getting two because Logitech G Hub won't let you control them individually, at least that I can find. For my teleprompter and streaming monitor, I use a Samsung TV. I don't know what model, but you know, any TV will work for that. But this one is just one I've used in the past and had it left over, so that's what it's being used for now. Above me, I have the Neewer ring light and hair light. Pretty much everything from Neewer is a solid value for entry-level work. It's good, but it's not the best in the business. My big fill lights on the side are the Favatech Studio Pro 2X Daylight 900 LED panel fill lights. Very happy with these. Great value and do their job. Not much else to say about that. For my wall light boom arm and my ceiling light mounts, I again went with Neewer. Again, can't go wrong for entry-level stuff. Very easy to mount. I think I had to buy my own screws and things like that, but they seem sturdy, they move well, and I like them a lot. I replaced the regular light bulbs in the room with RGB light bulbs from Anwio, ANWIO, cheaper than Philips Hue and work fine. And now to the most frustrating part of the video, cable management. Man, I must have watched a million videos about cable management and I still feel like I didn't get it quite right. It works for my purposes, but if someone were to judge my setup, I still think they'd be like, not quite yet. I will say that the Modesty panels from Uplift Desk were a big help because I could just shove a bunch of stuff in there. The cable management split sleeve wire looms were probably my second favorite of the cable management solutions. Uplift Desk came with a number of clips. I'm not even gonna pretend like I have a good handle on this. Use whatever you can and make it work, because I tried everything and I still feel like there's a lot to be done. So maybe the 2022 build will be a little bit better. As far as stands, we're using the Uplift Desk dual monitor stands on the PC side. Not the best value, but it does its job as well and looks solid, and it came with the desk, so that just made sense for me. For my monitor stands for the Machina and the laptop, I'm using Amazon Basics monitor stand and laptop mounts. Great value, good reach, sturdy, look great, well done by Amazon there. On the floor, I have cable management floor covers from D-Line. Simple, great, cheap. These worked fine. I would recommend them. And then on the wall, I'm using Omni-Mount wall cable management covers. These are probably more for consumer use. They were a little thin, and I'm also what I was asking him to do was a little crazy. So you'll see this mess on one of the walls. But again, cable management doesn't really matter that much to me, but I know for other people who want to be in the space, they want to see it clean and nice. So I did try, but it didn't quite work out that well. The green screen is just a regular bed sheet in the green screen color, and then I have the AFHT collapsible green screen, which I highly recommend. I used it a lot when I was moving around in my old studio, going from green screen to non-green screen, but now that I have this all set up like permanently, it just kind of sits in the corner. Yo guys, thank you so much for reaching the end of the video. If I inspired your next build or helped you with a solution for your current build, please leave a like below. It's definitely gonna help other people find the video. Please feel free to use my Amazon affiliate links. Those are in the description, and also in the description is a link to how to submit your DJ studio for my new series, Dope DJ Setups. So check that out in the description below. If you have a dope DJ setup, I'll let you know how it can be improved, or just show it off to the rest of the world. Also, I'll be doing reviews for most of the things that you saw in this video, so leave a comment below to let me know which product you want me to review first. If you guys can't tell already, I'm completely in love with this space. There's just no barriers to creativity. I can jump from interest to interest very quickly. Yesterday, I had an idea for a rap. I was able to write it on the PC. I fired up Machine, the mic was already ready. I turned on Streamlabs, hit record, and in one take, 30 minutes, I was able to record a rap. It's absolutely terrible, but the reaction by me at the end is priceless. So if you want to check that out, that's on my Instagram at DJAXCESSMUSIC, DJAXCESS, and then music. And lastly, make sure you subscribe for more music, gaming, and Star Wars content. This is DJ Access, Jedi Mike, signing out. Peace.